Hey folks, welcome back. Okay, let's have a look at this Dominions 5 game that I'm playing. I was thinking about this earlier on, and I think what I'm facing a little bit of a dilemma here. Let me just turn this music down just a little bit before I carry on. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I was going to push on into Femoria, because the problem I've got at the moment is these greedy Palankashas and the Rakshasha here, who've got absolutely endless bellies. And I mean, these guys don't even need to eat, and neither do the Garners, but these guys don't even need to eat, and they're just eating all the food. So these poor slave monkeys that we've got, they're going to die. They're all, like, at least the commander is going to get his fair share of food, but these guys are all going to die. They're all getting disease, and they're going to die. Nothing we can do about that at this point. My original plan was to forge ahead, try to take Femoria. I'm thinking, look, these guys have got really good siege strength. Let's just have a look at the strength. So this is one of the things. Some people get a bit confused in the UI with Dominions, but so basically there's stuff hidden behind these statistics. All of them, if you click on them, they've got other stuff, right? So strength, for example. This gives you their base strength, basic strength, their current strength, but also it gives you their siege stats. I think what the reason for this is, I don't think they just want a page, like a massive page full of statistics for you to click on. So they've kind of neatened it up a little bit and tried to put things in where it seems to kind of make sense. For example, I don't know, patrol strength is under precision, which seems a bit bizarre, but there you go. Excuse me. Anyway, siege strength 2.3 is very, very good. I think your average kind of human style troops will have a siege strength of 1. So and these Palankashas are even bigger, yeah. So these guys are 3.2. They're going to be really, really good at digging fortifications, at throwing rocks at defenders, going out and raiding them, that kind of thing. So this is what it all kind of boils down to. Now, if you look at the forts, you'll see that the fortification will have a wall integrity. So the way that this works is the forts will have defenders inside them, and they've also got a siege defense strength, right? It's usually, yeah, it's half of what the siege strength is. So they're half as effective in defending as they are in attacking, generally speaking. I think that's the way that it works. At least that seems to be how it works for these monkeys, yeah. So and the difference of the siege defense and the siege the siege strength, the attacking strength of the attackers versus the siege defense of the defenders is taken from the fortification, I believe. I think that's how it works. So you want to have a decent siege strength. Now you should be able to see the siege attacking strength here. This is 231. It depends on what they've got inside Femoria. Some of the strategy of the game starting to come in now. The other thing, of course, is I do have this army here. Now I think I've got enough troops here to fight off this army. It's 40 Fomorian troops, basically, with some furball slingers. Now, if I move back here, there is 200 supplies here, and I forget how much of these guys are these guys eating. They're needing 11 in the garrison. These guys are needing -1. Now, the reason why this is -1 is because any mage who's got nature magic will give a supply bonus. So this guy's giving a 20-point supply bonus. So 1 point will keep 1 human-sized soldier fed. Okay, so this he's basically making supply. He's using his magic or she is using her magic to create enough food to keep 20 monkeys going. The same with the Rakshasi. She's also doing the same. She's going to be giving 20 points. Oh no, she's giving 12. That's interesting, actually. I think this one gives. Yeah, I think the Yogini actually has something else that must be giving her a supply bonus. It must be a hard-coded supply bonus. But I think this one here, yeah, maybe it's 6 points that it gives for each point of nature magic. But I think the Yogini must have like a hard-coded addition to that. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is I'm thinking these guys here, they're going to need. They want 225 altogether. There's 200 here. I can probably get these guys back, and only a few of them are going to starve. So I'm going to bring these guys back. I'm also now moving forwards with. I've got a Yogini here. Now, can this Yogini move here? No, she can't. So I'm actually going to forge another one of these endless bags of wine, like I'd agreed to earlier, or like I'd decided to earlier. And we're actually moving for. I think we've got another one. Yeah, we've got no. This is the thing. We've actually got no lab here, so I can't transfer magic items because all magic items have to be transferred via the lab. The lab kind of teleports them. It's kind of funny. It's a bit weird, but it's just the way it is, I'm afraid. Okay, so it's this guy, this Atavi chieftain is bringing an endless bag of wine. Okay, this is not going to be enough to save these troops. The ones that are already diseased are going to die. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I can recruit more troops. And our economy's kind of crap at the moment, as it always seems to be with Lanka. It's just one of these factions that doesn't really seem to have a very good economy. Partly because towards the end of the game you start blood hunting your nation into the dust. Usually, you don't have to. There's other ways of playing Lanka, by the way. But you know, I like the blood stuff. I like the Rakshasha summons, and that's what we want to go for. The problem that we've got is it appears that Fomorian has taken death scales, which not only means that their population is going to be slowly dying, because that's one of the... When you take death scales, basically, as opposed to growth scales, you will get a small amount of population dying, and the more scales you've got, the worse it is. I forget what the percentage is now. Let's have a look. Death 2. Yeah, so growth, you're losing 0.4% of your population every turn, which is quite a lot. You're going to be... and when it gets up to 3, it's even more. So this is pretty nasty. So not only are we getting... There's not very many supplies in this territory. But also, we've got the situation where it's not going to be worth very much. So one way of getting around this is finding troops that do not need to eat. Now, Lanka can do this pretty well. We've got plenty of death gems, so we can summon absolutely loads of undead troops. The problem with the undead is long dead are actually quite good troops. Let's see if we've got some and I can show you what they're like. I think I've got some long dead somewhere. No, these are soulless. Okay, so look, if you look at the soulless, these guys do not need to eat. They are undead. So basically, they don't consume any supplies, all that kind of stuff. The problem, soulless are okay. They've got a lot of hit points because basically they can take a lot of punishment. Usually they don't have a lot of protection, and they're pretty bad. Like basically, these ones aren't too bad. They're basically like militia, except with slightly worse attack. So they you know, against dedicated troops, they're not going to do a huge amount of damage. I think I'm just going to turn this music down just a little bit more. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, yeah, so we are... these guys, well, you know, they're kind of like militia, basically. But they've got other stuff as well. They don't ever heal, for example, which is a big thing. But they can go underwater. If we've got... Let's see if we've got any long dead anywhere. No, I think they're all... I don't think we've actually got any long dead yet. No, I don't think we have. There's one way we can look. We can probably jump into here. And... D, that's it. Yeah, we can kind of look. Oh no, this is what you can... This is telling you what you can recruit. Never mind. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, I don't think there's another way of doing it. Anyway, long dead would be useful because long dead are much better than soulless. Hey, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's get up the mod inspector. So this is a good time to introduce you to the mod inspector. Now, don't be put off by the name. The mod inspector is pretty cool because basically what it allows you to do is look at all the stuff in the game, and it's not cheating. Okay, I mean, when you're planning your game, you kind of want to use stuff like this to kind of figure out what the nations can do, and everybody uses it. It's just really cool. So if we just go to long dead, if we go to yeah, let's just type in long dead. There's loads of different types of long dead, but like they've all got different kind of armor. But your basic long dead, right? If you can just see this, so we've got. Let me just make sure this is recording. Yeah, there we are. Sorry. So we've got. They've got 5 hit points. They've got less hit points than soulless, but they are pierce resistant, and they've got much better attack skills. They're generally as good as normal humans, basically. Sometimes a little bit better, and but they don't rout. So they've got massive. You know, they basically have like 50 morale. And this is like a really bad one because it doesn't have any protection, but you usually get a bit of a mix. This one, for example, here has got a rusty scale mail hauberk, so they've actually got 9 protection, and it's got, because the shield also the spear gives it a defensive bonus, so it's got a defense 11. So these are actually reasonable troops. The problem is their undead tag. That's the issue. And by the way, you get other types of long dead. You can get giant long dead. Look, like these are Jotun kind of like Jotun giants. You can get long dead archers. There's lizard men long dead. There's like Illwinter have basically made long dead for pretty much everything. Like, you can get long dead bandars. These are the ones that we're going to get. Long dead bandar warriors. Man, just think about how much time this must have made to create. I mean, you know, you got long dead markators even. Like, it's just, they've just made so much content for this game. So anyway, yeah, so long dead is one way of doing it. The problem is that the Rakshasas, they can, these guys, let me just show you. If we go to reanimate, these are reanimator priests, so they don't need gems, but they only get about 3 per turn. The plus basically means that for every level, I forget what the plus means now, but I think if they are particularly good at that job, then they will. Yeah, it's depending on the priest level, I think. So I think they're going to get around 3, basically. I think they're going to get 3. So at the moment, I want research, because my research is not very good for this point of the game. It's turn 28. We're about, you know, we're just over. We're 2.5 years into the game, and I feel that this research isn't bad, but it's not. It needs. I need to increase that. Now, one thing you could do is every one of these guys just spent 1 turn bringing out long dead, and long dead doesn't reduce your population. That's one thing you could do. So you could just go like this, like just get them all reanimating, and so it's just selecting all these guys. There you go. And we get 3. I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 times 3, so that's 45. So we'd get 45 long dead. The problem is my research has now gone down to 52 from about nearly 300. So there's a payoff, right? And we don't have any corpses, so we can't get the soulless. We could actually get ghouls. Ghouls are a lot better. You get 6 of those as well. The problem is that it takes it from the population. And yeah, creating ghouls reduces the population by about 10 people per ghoul. So what would we? So that would be 60. So we'd reduce our population by 900 people to get all those ghouls. That's pretty bad, right? But sometimes this is something that Lucid was doing in his multiplayer Lanka game, right? He found provinces that, you know, weren't that great. Like, for example, this one, it's only got 3,000, so you're not going to get so much blood hunting. So what he was doing, he was blood hunting the population as far as he could go, pretty much, and then he was ghoulifying the rest of the population. So he's sending in his mages, and then they were just turning the rest of the population into ghouls, so that the population, you know, there's no income coming from or supplies or anything, or you couldn't even put any province defense up. So it's kind of like a pretty sketchy tactic. The thing is, sometimes you just want lots and lots of troops to attack with, and you're not bothered. Like, for example, with us, it would be very, very thematic for us just to ghoulify, or, you know, turn all our own population into undead, you know, absolutely trash our economy, and then just use those to go and conquer more lands and then do the same. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is it's the thrones, right? You're not trying to build some lasting empire. That doesn't matter. Once you've got all the thrones of ascension, you become god, and that's what you're after. You want to become the Pantocrator. Anyway, so I just thought it was kind of interesting that you've got some nice choices with this faction. You can kind of go down the undead route, and I've got to think about how I can defeat Femoria. I think the other option is basically to blood hunt, and then we need to find ourselves lots and lots. We're going to summon lots of Rakshasa demons. The Rakshasa don't care about. I mean, they like to eat, but if there's no food, they won't starve. They don't. You know, they're demons. They don't need to eat. So these are our recruitable ones, like the Lankasha. Now the Lankasha, look, you'll see gluttony 2, so they consume more supplies than an ordinary monster of this side. But demon means that. The demon thing means they don't need to eat. Basically, they won't starve. So you'll notice none of the demons have got diseases. There's a whole bunch of them that are cursed. Look, these guys are all cursed. They've been cursed by something. I think it must have been the shaman mage, this lizard shaman. And, you know, they've got other afflictions, like one of them's crippled, battle fright, never healing wounds. You know, these guys are wrecked, but they don't have the diseased tag, which is this darker coloured one here. So they don't. Yeah, they don't like not being able to eat, but they won't die. They won't get diseased if they can't eat. They just get more angry. Okay, so I'm going to move back. I'm going to try to save as many of these troops as I can. Now, thematically, Lanka do not care about the monkeys at all. They do not care about them, but they care about them enough that they want to, you know, they don't want them to die because they need slaves, but they're quite happily just to eat their own, like to literally eat them. They'll just eat their own servants. We've got Bapu up now. This is one of the heroes from the game, and this guy's great. He's a reanimator priest. Like, what we could do is we could move him up here, and then we could just start summoning up long dead. And Bapu's actually quite good at long dead. Like, for example, he can get like 5 per turn. And that's like, you know, if you get him doing that for 10 turns, he's basically going to have an army of 50 long dead. Now, if you properly support those long dead, they'll go a long way. As long as you don't, run into a lot of enemy priests, which can banish them pretty fast. All right. I don't think there's much more I can do this turn, so I'm going to roll it on. We'll just talk for 15 minutes. I tell you what. I think part of the strategy towards enjoying 4X games is to really, and 4X like games like this is to really play them kind of slowly. Obviously, for a Let's Play, I have to balance it out a little bit, but I think that, you know, the slower you play it and the more you get into it, the more invested you are in the game. And then this is one of the reasons why I like doing Let's Plays, because I find that as I'm talking about the game, I sort of get myself involved in it a little bit more, and I'm much more likely to finish the game. Okay, proclamation from So has prophesied another one of its characters. We've lost a couple of units. They were crippled units, so I think it's probably going to be those Plankshires we were looking at. There's a battle in Iron Peak, so let's have a look. Here, looks like the enemy's moved into us, and we're under siege. So we've got a bunch of province defense. Oh, we've not just got province defense, we've got a bunch of garners here too. Let's have a look what happened here. Okay, so we've got a bunch of province defense, and we've got a load of garners here too. I think that the garners might be able to do some damage, but I don't think we're going to win this. Okay, I see what's happened. Yeah, the priest is casting ashes to ashes. Now look, this is something you don't see with normal undead troops. They are running because they've actually got the lore behind these guys is garners are actually a kind of spirit. They're actually ghostly warriors, as it says here. They serve the deities of the Netherrealms. They can be summoned by dark magic and coerced in servitude. So these guys aren't like soulless warriors. They've just got no minds. They have a mind. They're not like just a husk of a shell animated by dark magic. They are actually a sort of entity themselves. There are some other things that Lanka get control of too. I think it's the Nemedians here. These Nemedian warriors. These guys have got the glamour that my troops are going to be struggling against here. They didn't do too bad, look. I mean, we actually killed a fair... Oh, no, we didn't kill that many. We killed some of the slingers. We killed a horn servant. And we did kill one Nemedian warrior, so that's good. These are the best troops that have got in their lineup. At least apart from the Fomorian, the Fomorian giants, the big ones. Yeah, we lost to Yagini there. That's kind of a shame. Anyway, one of the local nobles in Bycliffe is afraid of uprisings and has increased the province defense by 10. That's good. We're under siege in Iron Peaks, but the enemy can't harm our walls. Okay, so yeah, Iron Peak. We've actually got a problem in Iron Peaks here because the troops that moved back, they moved into the province, I think they got here first. So these guys got into the fort, and then they were under siege. There's only 20 troops. We can break out of this. This will be no problem for us. So the problem is though, look, we've got loads. Like all these guys are all going to die. But what are you going to do? He can't lead undead. That's right. I remember. It's funny because I've got an Atavi here with these garners. That's kind of interesting. I think what's happened there is you normally can't mix undead, like mindless and mindless troop. Sorry, you can't mix mindless troops with normal troops. But these guys aren't technically mindless, so you couldn't do that with long dead. But you can do it with the garners because the garners are actually they're something different. I told you this game's complicated. I love it though. It's so cool. Okay, I think I'm going to give these I'm going to put these tigers at the back here. Tigers are just going to charge in. Yeah, this guy's going to do his lightning bolt game. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to break out. Now, yeah, we've only got 100 supplies. I think the reason why we've only got 100 is because we're under siege. So let's get these guys breaking out as quickly as possible. Let's go to break siege. Let me just see what commander they had. Fomorian champion, 2 unmarked champions. These guys are pretty good. They've got a decent defense, decent attack skill. The Fomorian champions also pretty good. They're like big giant monster guys, big deformed giants. Although these guys are a little bit less deformed than the others. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm wondering if I could actually get her to do a seduce enemy commander. The problem is she doesn't have the gear. She doesn't have any gear on her, and I don't think that she's going to fight. She's not going to stand up in a battle. It would depend entirely on what spell she's got at this point of the game. What has she got? Let's go to cast a specific spell. We can't put any gems on her, unfortunately, because we don't have a lab here. And we couldn't give her any, like for example, yeah, you can't take blood slaves either into a assassination, I don't think. What could she do? I mean, lightning bolt's pretty nasty. So she could throw a lightning bolt quick. That might be one thing. I mean, what I would probably do if I was forced to fight with her again in a assassination battle, Phantasmal Warrior is kind of cool because you can just send off stuff to tie them up. That's only 10 fatigue as well. I think what I'd probably do is I would go something like Mist Form, Bark Skin, which gives her extra, like more natural protection, because her base natural protection is just 1 in this form. So she's just kind of squishy, but if you give her Bark Skin, it'll go up to 10. So that will raise her overall, yeah, I mean, her overall protection will only go up to 10. That's not going to help her. I think if she gets hit by one of these guys, she's going to get squished. Mist Form, however, will make her ethereal, so... Oh, hang on a minute, that's not quite right. Any hit that would have dealt 25 plus in damage, or a hit from any magic source, cancels the Mist Form after the damage reduction. There's also a 1% chance that the enchantment will expire whenever protecting against an attack. I mean, Mist Form would be decent, and then I think probably what you would do is something like... If you didn't have air elementals, which is your usual tactic there, you would start firing out like this. So maybe you could do Phantasmal Warriors, or you could just do lightning bolts. I'm kind of tempted to try it. I think she's going to die if I do. I don't know if Phantasmal Warriors will do it. I don't think they're strong. I don't think they're good enough to be able to take out a, one of those big giants. Now, Decay would work. Now these guys have got probably got decent magic resistance. So if we just go back into the battle report and just look at the Fomorian champions, what is their maximum age? Yeah, 200. So they will decay, but they'll decay slowly. Because what happens is with decay, it actually makes them age rapidly and then they die. They've also got quite high magic resistance as well. I'm kind of tempted to do it though, you know. It might be fun. Let's do it. Let's see. I mean, if we're really lucky, we'll be able to seduce the commander. We can't put any gear on her. I'm going to show you how seducers work anyway, and then at least for the sake of fun, you'll see what happens. I think what's going to happen, this guy's going to charge forwards. He won't be scripted to do anything, so what could we do? Let's go with Mist Form, because it's going to make her difficult to kill, or more difficult to kill. Although these guys can probably do more than 25 damage on her quite easily. And then let's find a spell for it to cast. Hand of Dust is pretty cool. It ignores armor, just like 6+ damage. It's not a lot of damage though. Mirror Image is also a pretty good spell. Mistform Mirror Image would make it quite hard to hit. And then I'm sort of torn between... Maybe she casts Decay. I think that's all she'll get off, and then she's just going to start having to do other stuff. I suppose the other spell would then be... I don't know. 9+ damage armor negating. This is 14+ damage not armor negating. Yeah, maybe in an assassination, perhaps just go for lightning bolts. Now, worst case scenario, if I cast Decay, was that I cast Decay and then they just died anyway. So she might be able to take something out with her. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try this. I'll try the seducing. Let's see what happens anyway. It's gonna be fun. Even if she dies, it'll be fun. Let's get this Yogini here moving up with another endless bag of wine. I think that's going to be a good thing to do. We've also got we've got Bapu moving in. Look, let's give Bapu can take a lot of undead. So let's take those guys. Give it to him. Don't really want to lose Bapu. You only get... You won't come back if he dies, so... I think Bapu can command normal troops as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've got 6 troops for a proper squad here. There's hotkeys for all of these, by the way. It actually shows you, if you look at the bottom bar, so for example, L is for line formation, B is for box, so you can just use the hotkeys. I is a dotted line, is the sparse line formation. I think D is double, etc. It's actually really nice. This game's got loads of hotkeys, and you should definitely learn them if you're going to play it. What's this thing? Is this a Ghana? Okay, let's get a Ghana here as well. I think I'll get these guys moving in too. Bapu's going to cast spells. He's a priest, actually, and he's pretty cool. Now, we've got Rakshasha, very, very strong. What can we do with him? Yeah, I mean, if we cast Bark Skin on him, that would put his protection up to 18, which is kind of respectable. That's one thing we could do. You've also got the air stuff that we were looking at, so Mirror Image, Mistform. I think he's already got Mirror Image, though. Now I think about it. Let me just double check that. No, I'm thinking of Conquest Elysium. In Conquest of Elysium, they've got Mistform on them already. Sorry, Mirror Image, but I think you're going to have to cast it here. So, yeah, let's Mistform, Mirror Image, and then just spam out Lightning Bolts. That'll do. Okay, those guys are going to move in too. So we're going to have a decent force here. As you can see, look, we're going to have quite a lot of troops. You just see this kind of like this battle line. We've got loads of stuff. So we're going to be okay. I'm going to kind of put our commanders a little bit further back. I do also need to make sure that somebody's blessing. Oh yeah, that's right. We've got Rahab here, our priest. So, there we go. Our prophet, sorry. Ragamond, the Kalamuka. What are you doing? I think... Yeah, I think we do need to start thinking about blood hunting now. This province here is... You know, we've got death scales in this one. I think... Even though it's it's in the cap circle, it might be an idea to start doing that one there. Let's get some wolves up, because we can use wolves. Cast a ritual spell and pack of wolves, and we can use these guys to patrol down. We can use it to patrol, basically. We'll also get some recruits up here, so let's just get some Atavi. Now, the Atavi have got a reasonable precision as well. Patrol strength, they're not bad, actually. 1.2, they're pretty good. So we'll get those guys up. You have to pay for them. Really, you want patrollers that you don't want to pay for. You don't want to be paying upkeep on stuff that's not sort of like directly attacking, generally speaking. But let's get those guys over here. In fact, he can also do something like reanimation. In fact, before we do that, if we're going to start reanimating and paying for reanimation, there's an item that we can use. Here we go. The Amulet of the Dead. This gives you a divine reanimation bonus and a ritual reanimation bonus. Actually, that's nice, because if we pump these out, we can actually start getting quite a lot of long dead. So let's start getting some of those things up as well. If I've got any other death mages that aren't doing anything, that might be a nice little job for them. No, we don't. But I would like to get some more. In fact, let's get some more yoginis up while I'm thinking about it. And yeah, that's going to be out for that turn, I think. Okay, Fungu, the Basalt Queen, has claimed the throne of pestilence. Oh, okay, so that's going to increase death right across the world. That's sad. We've cast Pack of Wolves, and the entire nation rejoices. Kali, goddess of Lanka, the hungry earth, mistress of revelry, is broken free. She's going to have a dance all over our enemies. Arnadata failed to seduce Brian, the unmarked champion, and a battle... Okay, so it looks like we lost this battle. Let's see what happened. I expected this to happen. She's not strong enough to take on her. Oh, he cast Smite Demon. Look at that. Like he blasted her. Awesome. Oh, he's the prophet. That's right. Right. This is Brian the prophet. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Yeah, look, he's gonna wreck her. She survived quite a long time, look. Why is she crawling forwards, though, instead of casting spells? I think she must... Yeah, I'm not quite sure why she did that. In fact, Brian wasn't even remotely interested in the offer. That's brilliant. Oh dear, so we lost a Rakshasi, but at least you see how the seduction works. Basically, when it works, she'll run away with him and you'll gain a commander. It's kind of fun. But you can just use it as a fancy assassination attempt, basically. If you give her a load of items, then she'll be pretty strong. There's a battle in Iron Peaks. So this is us relieving our, relieving our garrisoned force. Look at these tigers charging in. I'm pretty sure we just hit our own tigers with the lightning bolts there. Yeah, Tiger's doing a good job holding the line there. Got some garners moved around the side. Now, I think... Where is Brian? Did he retreat? Oh no, let me just see if is he actually here? Brace the Fomorian champion, Rahab the imp. Brian the unmarked champion. Here he is. Yeah, he's still there. I think it must be this guy here. Oh, that's Brias. There he is. Brian the Prophet. He's at the back. So it's him that's... he's actually a real menace to our undead. If we were going to attack into Fomoria with lots of undead, we'd need to make sure we avoided prophets that can like do those kind of spells. I think he's going to get away here. Yeah, it looks like he retreated. Okay. Let's have a look what the damage was there. We lost a Bandar Warrior, 10 Garners, 5 Soulless, and we lost 8 of the Tigers. That's okay. They're kind of like a one-shot weapon, the Tigers. They do a good job. They'll keep your other troops alive. Okay. So we've pushed them off our territory. There was a battle in Hall Woods. Now, they're attacking us here. I wonder what happened. Oh yeah, we just had a couple of troops. We didn't have a commander there. Now, Black Dog from Fomoria. The Black Dog is a large fey black hound. They once roamed the plains of Fomoria, but with the coming of man, they have retreated and all but disappeared. Some can still be found haunting the highlands where they follow weary travellers at night. Black Dogs are stronger when fighting in total darkness. These are kind of like the tigers that they're summoning. Basically, they're a spell that Fomoria get. Okay, so yeah, but we just ran away. Okay, they all retreated and they got back as well. That's good. An unexpected event is found. A treasure has been found. Awesome. Gold 720, and then we got a bunch of gems. 2 fire, 2 air, 1 earth, and we found a weightless kite shield. That sounds nice. A worldwide event has happened. The climate has grown unnaturally cold. People fear the Rimtazar are awakening. Unrest has increased worldwide. Okay. The Rimtazar are the frost giants of Niflheim. I don't think we had Niflheim in this game, so I think it's probably something to do with one of the thrones, maybe. The Throne of Pestilence spreads its disease through the world. Worldwide, units are affected by disease. Right, okay, so this is something... Because the Throne of Pestilence has been claimed by Atlantis here, it's going to give everyone diseases. Here is Kali, who is now awoken. Now... You have to be a bit careful with your pretenders because they are strong. There's no denying it. The problem is with them is that they will also... Once they die, you can bring them back, but it takes your priests have to basically pray for them to come back, and it takes all your priests time. So it's really time consuming and, mage turn consuming. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. I think what I'm going to get Kali doing to start off with is I'm going to get her... I don't know, like there's a couple of things we could do with her. For a start, she's got access to higher magic paths than anything, and she's got stuff we haven't normally got. She can forge all sorts of magic items that we can't normally use. Now, probably what I would do in a game like this is get her moving around just for probably about 10 turns and just get her site searching. Because basically, if we can find some magic sites, that's going to really help. Let's get Istara here to have this. Oh no, we've got... Get this guy to get the Amulet of the Dead. Now, if just this one guy was going to be doing reanimation, yeah, he can now do 5 long dead warriors instead of 3. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it kind of is. We could actually give that to... Let's give it to this guy here, who is a death mage. This is the Kalamuka. Now the Kalamuka can probably get even more. Yeah, he's going to get 7. That's actually worth doing. I think that this little item here, the Amulet of the Dead, is a really nice one, and it's worth 5 death gems, because long dead warriors are quite good. Like if I have this guy doing this for like 20 turns, I'm going to get 140 long dead, which is a lot. That's an army's worth. So you can do stuff with that. So it's kind of worth it. Okay, yeah, Kali, I'm going to get her site searching for the time being. Now we've retaken this fort. Yeah, look, we've got too many troops here. Let's get Bapu reanimating. They go. Yeah, they're both going to reanimate. So actually, they're doing 16 each, so that's 32. That's pretty useful. Now we could attack into Formoria. The problem is that, yeah, again, we're starving, so that's not ideal. Let's get these Plunkishers here. Yeah, these guys are all dying. I don't know. I don't know if I just want them to die here. I might send these off. I might actually send these troops out to go and do some damage before they just die. Because if they're all just going to starve, I mean, look, we can keep some troops here that aren't dying. We've got the Kalamukas as well. That's interesting. But yeah, they're gluttons, but they're not demons, so they need to eat too. By the way, now that Kali has actually awoken, our bless has changed. We've got the full bless that we paid for. So attack. So we've got morale 2, attack 2, shock resistance +10, fire resistance +10. We've got the cold resistance, defense skill +2. Now we've got blood bond and berserker. So this is going to be really, really good for our, for all our demons, because as soon as they get hit, all of the ones around them are gonna pop, and they're gonna get so much stronger. Like berserker makes them loads stronger. So I think we could probably, if we're quick now, we could probably get into Formoria and take it. So I think I'm going to try. I'm going to get this guy staying here. Yeah, I think... Let's just take all of these. All of the disease... You can pick up all the diseased ones, by the way, and separate them. Let's do that. And then these ones are not diseased, I believe. Yeah. So all the ones who are diseased, we're going to send out. All the ones who aren't... Whoops. Hit the D key. And it will highlight all the diseased ones. And then all the ones that aren't... There we are. Let's get those guys staying back. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to send off all these diseased troops, basically, to die. And we're going to try and use them as quickly as possible. I'll see how far I can get into Formoria. I'm pretty sure that the troops that we've got are going to be able to hold that long. They're going to be able to hold long enough to at least put some pressure on Formoria. If we go and sit on his cap, we're probably going to be able, eventually we'll crack it. All right. I'll also send Rahab up. Let's just have a look at this. Yeah, I want these in box formation, because when I want Blood Bomb to pop, it will get a bigger amount of them. Yeah, these guys are going to run off like this. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where I put these. Basically, what's going to happen is as soon as one of them takes any damage, they're all going to get... The blood bond's just going to go off, and they're just going to turn into absolute monsters. Like, these things, the Lancashire are really strong anyway, especially in turmoil. Now... Oh, he's got productivity, and he's got order. That's why the demons aren't doing so well, because he's got order. These guys are a lot weaker in order. Ah, that's really interesting. Formoria is actually quite a bad target for me at the moment. I really need to go through him with monkey troops. The problem is we don't have the supplies. I'm going to have to make some... Yeah, because... Look, these demons, they're much weaker in Order province because they've got chaos power. So, for example, these Lancashire, they usually got much higher attack than this. Look, chaos power -2. I still think they're going to be pretty good. So I'm going to do it anyway. But now I need to kind of rethink my strategy here. I think I'm probably going to, rather than getting demons, I think what I want to be doing is actually getting baseline troops out. Now the Kalamukas are good. These will do the job. No problem. But I just can't get them out in enough numbers. I think I'd probably just rather go with the Bandar. Yeah, and let's start getting some more of these Rakshasha. So I'm going to get some Bandar troops up, and what I think I'll do is I'll also get some of these. Where are we? Ah, hang on. What level is Kali in nature magic? Yeah, so she can actually get this one, the enormous cauldron of broth. Now that's 15 nature gems for 100 supply bonus. This one is 5 for 50. So this one's kind of like less mage turn efficient because you're having to spend, you know, 2 turns to get the same thing. However, it's cheaper in gems. Actually, we're just probably better off with this one, aren't we? So let's get her making one of those. But we'll just get a bunch of endless bags of wine. Maybe if we just get like 3 or 4, so we've just got a constant 200 point thing, 200 supply point increase. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And then what we want to do is we need to get a bunch of cheap troops up so that we can start. We can start with blood hunting. Get this guy on patrol. He's going to patrol this unrest down, and then we're going to get, I'd say, 1, 2, I think 6 will be about right. 3, 4, maybe just 4 to start off with. Until we get because they're gonna be failing their role more. They're going to be causing more unrest. I think once you've got the blood dowsing rods on them, you can probably put about 6 of them. That's going to be efficient. There's basically the blood hunting, the mathematics behind blood hunting is kind of it's a bit scientific and arcane. So that's kind of sounds like a contradiction. There's formulas to it basically, and with how it works, and people have done spreadsheets so that you can figure out the exact thing. I don't care that much, to be honest. I don't think it's that important. Let's get some endless bags of wine up anyway. We're going to start building these. We'll start getting some of these Bandar troops up, and then I'm basically going to go and march on Femoria. We're not going to be able to do so well with demons here, so I think that's probably the way to go. Now, hopefully Atlantis don't decide to attack me. I'm going to have to put some province defense up, because if they see that we've got, yeah, look like they've got an army here. If Atlantis attack me, it could make the game very, very interesting, to say the least. Weightless kite shield. That looks nice. Let's give that to one of our commanders who's currently moving in. You'll notice that the turns take a lot longer once you get to this part of the game. And that's absolutely true. Okay, we can't give it to any of these guys. Let's give it to... Is anyone moving up from this turn? No. Maybe I'll move a Rakshasha up. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I will. I'll transport that shield over. And maybe what I'll do is next turn I'll actually build a lab here. I think this turn I need to get the province defense up, to be honest. Okay, now this guy he's got this endless bag of wine. We probably want to send it with him. Daladisvara. So Daladisvara is going to carry that. Yeah, that looks good. Let's also recruit some Bandar here. And maybe a couple of just get a scout as well, so we can just start scouting some of this area. And I think that's about it. Okay, this is probably going to be the last round for the episode. Research and Conjuration is complete. We've got Conjuration 5, so that's nice. We've got air elementals now and some other nice stuff. There's a battle in Hallwood, so we attacked into this province this turn with our big stack of demons and monsters. Now, bearing in mind, these guys... Oh, look, we've got some Fomorian giants coming. This could be interesting. Now, look. Ah, we're not losing anything to Chaos Power as well. That's nice. So it looks like, yeah. Bless bonus +2. This is, yeah, so we're not losing anything to the Order. So obviously there's no Order in this province this turn. So we're not getting the Chaos Power bonus, but we're not losing anything for Order either. These dogs are going around the back. We've also... Oh, look, they've summoned some little air elementals. These things are going to be nasty. I don't think my Bandar troops are going to be able to deal with those very easily. The problem is with these guys is they've got... where are we? They're ethereal for a start. So they're very hard to hit without magical weapons. They trample. Although they won't be able to trample our Bandar because they're about the same size, I believe. I think that's right. Yeah, so Bandar are size 3. But they, yeah, they fly. They can shock you. They're shock resistant. They're just pretty. They're pretty nasty. The big ones are really, really strong. The big air elementals. Yeah, like we will kill them eventually, but it's going to hurt. And we've had to divert half of our forces to just deal with those. That's why that's a nasty little tactic. Now my front line's going to get wrecked by these Fomorian giants, look. But Blood Bond will have popped off now, and you'll see that, yeah, Blood Bond's gone off. That means that they're all berserking now, and gone berserk gives you +2 to all your stats. So these have gone up to attack skill 18 now. Defense has gone down, because berserk loses your defense, but you get more strength. I think you might get more, no, you don't get more hit points. And you get more protection as well. You just sort of shrug off damage. So, yeah, our demons are going to be pretty nasty. I don't think these Fomorian giants will be able to deal with this. Even these naked guys, right, the Asaras, they're really, really strong, especially when they're berserk. I mean, this guy's weakened, look. So he's still strength 14, and he's got a chest wound and he's weakened. Let's look at one that's not actually, like, got big afflictions. Yeah, look, this guy's gone up to 22 strength. So he's actually doing, like, 25 damage with his spear. It's really, really high. Like, this is the thing that giants hate. Giants can't deal with stuff like that unless they've got similar buffs. There we go. Look, we actually won that battle. We probably took more. I think we probably took more casualties there than we really wanted to. 9 Bando warriors, 2 Garners. Remember, all of these guys are diseased. They're going to die anyway. But yeah, this was a decent army we killed. They had a Bane there as well. I didn't see him. And Bane's like an undead general. Oh, there we go. Look, here's Atlantis. Interesting. Okay, we're going to keep moving in. We've got 7 troops there. I don't think they're going to do anything to us. Yeah, no, none of these are diseased. That's okay. Okay, an unexpected event has occurred in the Southern Merc. Disease is spreading. I thought that was going to happen. So these guys are going to start getting diseased eventually, I think. Okay, Kali has now arrived. I think what I'm going to do with her is to search for magic sites. He's patrolling. These guys are going to... what should we do? I might get one of them reanimating, getting some soulless, and the rest of them are going to blood hunt. And we've got some wolves up here. Oh, we didn't get very many there. That's a shame. Not quite sure what happened there. So let's get you taking these wolves. And this guy... Yeah, this guy's going to go over. We're going to recruit... Yeah, I think it's going to have to be him. Because if we want our... We want this long dead to be basically used as... patrol chaff. Oh, you can't carry... Oh, you can't take any more troops. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to be using Bandar troops for that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend one turn getting... Oh, I might get another Rakshasha. Oh, we can't afford it. Okay. Let's just keep going with the Raktapata. These are really, really good troops anyway. We want these. Okay. Ah, did you not move that last turn? Bapu is reanimating Soulless. Now, he doesn't want to be doing that. Now he wants to probably start getting some long dead up or something. This guy doesn't want to be doing that either. I'm going to site search here with him because he's actually got Death 2, Blood 2, so there's a chance that we might find something else with him. And also he's got Holy 2 as well. Get this scout over this way. And yeah, we've got the endless bag of wine here on this Yogini too. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to build a lab up here, wasn't I? I don't have that much money. I'm starting to lose my income because, like, basically, yeah, my population's going backwards in certain areas. Ah, look at this. This means that we're going to get attacked. Look, there's an army forming on our border here. I don't think there's any. I think, yeah, this game started getting interesting. I think they're going to attack us. Look, because they've got so many troops, they're going to attack. I think we'll see Kailassa is going to attack us next turn. In that case, we need to get our... then we're not going to be able to hold this fort. Not if they've got a whole bunch of Guyakas. I mean, they're quite... If they're blessed up, those guys are really, really strong. What we can do though is get some cheaper troops just to try and hold the fort. I don't think that's going to happen. I think these are going to die. I think these guys are all going to die. So let's evacuate this fort. I think we're going to have to lose this temporarily and get some troops up. So plan might have changed. Defending in our territory is a little bit easier because we've got Dominion. See, so I was actually going to get a whole lot of Bandar troops up. I think now I'm going to have to change my plan. I think we're going to have to go for the... Going to get some demons up just so that we've got something to fight against Kailassa. Ah, this is an interesting game. I might lose this, you know. It's possible. I mean, I'm not the best Dominions player, and like single player usually doesn't beat me, but occasionally it does. I might have to... what I'm going to have to do is I'm probably going to... If they do invade, I think I'm going to have to bring Kali. I'm going to have to kit her out with some gear and turn her into a nice super combatant, which basically means like a one, you know, something that can kill a whole army on herself. I think against that many Guryakas, with the research that I've got, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Yes, that's an interesting proposition. Maybe we start forging some magic items. What would she want? Well, she wants regeneration for a start if she's going to be a super combatant. Although she can cast personal regen, so maybe not. Let's start with the endless bags of wine now. What could she use to kill lots and lots of troops? She can forge Frostbrand, or you know, I forget what it's called now, but there's an ice weapon basically. I think it might be a Frostbrand. What else could we do? Giving her boots to the messenger will give her reinvigoration. Yeah, let's get some boots to the messenger up. That will allow her to have some reinvigoration. She's going to need some clothes because currently she's naked and that's not much use. Horror helm is probably good. I don't know if I've got anyone who can make one. Yeah, I think you need to be level 2. Yeah, okay, death level 2. Any death level 2s here? Anywhere near this guy? He can do it. Let's get him back. He's going to probably need to come back and defend anyway. Oh, wow. We're really in a bit of a bind here, guys. I mean, we've also got Atlantis knocking on the door too. Lanka's going to have to go into full-on defense mode, I think. Yeah, we're searching with Kali this turn. So... Vine Shield will be good, because that will at least... Like, if she gets surrounded... Although Guyaka's probably got high magic resistance, so I don't know if that's going to work. Oh well, yeah. This is really, really interesting now. I'm intrigued to see how this is going to go. What's this helmet like? 22 protection. That's not bad, and also can do more attacks. Okay, let's get that for the time being. It might be that we have to quickly bring Kali back here, and then recruit some demons around her, so that she's got. So we've got basically a whole bunch of howling demon ogres to help her out. Let's stop building the Rakshasha now, and we're going to get something that's going to be a bit more useful in battle. Yogini's probably... I think Yogini might be a little bit more useful. Have we got blood magic? Yes, we have. Yeah, we need to... Yeah, we're going to have to get some demons up fast. Hopefully, I mean, I'm going to have to do some more blood hunting, like quick, like lots and lots of blood hunting and fast. Okay, Bapu, where do I want you? Bapu, I want you to reanimate. Let's get some long dead up. Oh, yeah, we can't. The thing is, we can't summon anything here. I might have to abandon this fort. What do I do here, though? I kind of want to push on to Femoria with these dying troops, because they are going to die. I want to use them. The only other thing is that bringing these guys back, they are kind of broken and damaged, but bringing these back might help in the defense if we do get attacked. Let's see what happens with Kailassa anyway. I'm not going to make any sort of rash decisions yet. You might find that they just stay there for another turn or two. I don't think so, though. I think we can expect a war declaration on this very next turn. And that was supposed to be the last round. Well, they've not declared war this turn. There's a battle in Aganor. So, oh, what's happening here? Oh, we've got a black hawk. A bunch of black hawks. What's this big one here? I don't know if that's that looks like a big one. There we are. Oh, Trickster, the Great Hawk. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know if this is a spell. I think it might be. I think they've cast a spell that summons all these things. We might have enough province defense to defeat these with a little bit of luck. Yeah, they've routed. Okay, so we actually managed to do that. You see that happened in the magic phase, so that was a spell. Fomoria's cast that spell on us. Kali found 2 magic sites, an enchanted pyre and a mineral cave. That's useful. So we're going to get some more gems from that. Fire gems from the enchanted pyre. Earth gems from the mineral cave. That's great. So we've actually got some earth gems coming in now. 3 blood hunters have captured 27 good blood slaves. The province is very upset by the slave hunt and demands it stops. Okay. We've lost some crippled units. And then there's a battle in Bitra. This is attacking further into Fomoria. We've got more Bargheists coming in. Those dogs. Now, yeah, we're in chaos power now. This is good. So we're attacking into a turmoil province. Look at these big dogs. These Bargheists they're actually running around my back line. Oh, and they've got griffins as well. So they've jumped into my back line with some griffins. They're going to probably kill those Bandar. Oh, this is kind of scary. They might have got into the Bandaraja. I think they might kill my commander here if I'm really unlucky. Now he's quite fatigued. So if he fatigues out, he's going to die. These aren't the strongest troops, but there's enough of them. What's he got up at the moment? A Blood Bond's gone off. So is he berserking? Yeah, he's berserking now. So he won't be casting any spells, I don't think. He's just going to be fighting. Oh, and look, we've also got this. However, we've got shock resistance on our Bless. We might be lucky. The battle's going well at the front. It's just whether this commander can... oh, I'm not sure what he cast there, but he just blasted whatever that was he was fighting. Oh, I think we've survived it. We were lucky. We were lucky, guys. That was a nice little tactic by Fomoria there, sending some troops into our back line. We did actually lose all our Bandar archers, look. The light Bandar archers, but that's okay. We lost a couple of Palankashas too. But look, this is quite a lot of... This is a significant army for Fomoria, I think, at this time of the game. There's a battle in Hall Woods. Our military force has been beaten by a stronger force from Fomoria, so they attacked with a couple of unmarked champions. I'm interested to see what they did here. Did they have any gear on them? No, I think not. It's just a profit look, so... They're just blessed up, and this gives them, yeah, attack skill. These are quite scary with a decent bless, and they're not really facing anything of any use here. This Bandar commander's actually making a reasonable account of himself. Oh no, he got blasted. Okay, so where was that? It's province. Oh, there we go. But they've attacked us in that way. I'm going to carry on to Fomoria. I've decided. So let's keep going. We're going to keep going to Fomoria. Now, those guys are going to come and sit on this province, I reckon, on top of this fort, and then I'll just get rid of them. Yeah, Bapu's actually started getting some long dead up. That's nice. He's a decent commander as well, Bapu. He's not a bad commander. He's good at undead anyway. I think when it comes to... actually, I think this guy's probably a better commander for live troops. Let's get that Kalamuka up there too. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of chaff. I'm going to get these guys on patrol, so they'll patrol the province. They'll join in with the province defense if these guys come and attack them. Maybe they won't actually. I think that's probably too many PD here for what they've got. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Kailassa moved back. I can't see them anyway. I don't know where they are. That's interesting. I think it was wise for me to, you know, to step back with those troops. Let's get some Bandar up here, and we've got them in the. We'll stick some in the fort, so we've got something to fight with later. I desperately need to get a lab up here though. Now, this guy is going to go on patrol. The rest of these guys are going to be blood hunting. Kali's going to take these blood slaves. There's a hotkey to just transfer them all. So you see that they're actually collecting these blood slaves just like they're magic gems. And these are the the virgins that I'm telling you about. They wear red dresses. It's very symbolic. So let's get Kali. That's right. So she's going to take these blood slaves. I think I'll take them back to the lab immediately. Yeah, I think I'm going to get her to do it. And this guy's reanimating Soulless while the rest do the blood hunting. And then when we get these blood slaves back, we'll start turning them into demons, basically. So we'll sacrifice them to our dark gods, and Rakshasas will spill forth. Yeah, we built a bunch of magic items as well. So we've got these endless bags of wine, which are useful, but I've got some gear now for Kali. So let's just get this ready for her, just in case that we do get attacked. I could actually use her to attack into Femoria. I kind of don't want to risk her unless I really need to use her. She's a very, very powerful weapon. She should be very, very strong. And she already comes with a bunch of stuff, but if we give her a couple of shields as well, she's going to be quite hard to defeat, I'd say. We can get thistle maces, by the way. This is one of the items that you use in order to boost your nature magic. So yeah, that might be worth getting. We've got plenty of gems. Let's get one of those up. We can actually get one of these guys up to nature magic 3. In fact, Kali could even go higher. She could go up to 6. Nature 6. She can pretty much cast anything anyway. I don't want to take too much longer on this turn, guys, because the episode's been over an hour now, and I didn't intend to do that. Let's get this guy back. I'm trying to remember why I brought him back now. What was his purpose? I think I brought him back to defend, didn't I? Because I was worried about Kailassa. That's a reasonable thing to be doing. So I'm actually going to move her forwards. I'm going to bring this guy forwards as well. Anamiva. Oh, that's right. I wanted him to forge... What was it? The fear helmet. That was it. Let's get a fear helmet. The horror helmet up. That will give that to Kali. Kali already causes fear, by the way. She's got fear 10. Giving her a horror helmet is going to make her really, really scary. She's going to be... I mean, she's terrifying anyway, but she's going to be really, really strong. And I think we've got alteration. Yeah, so she can actually cast Iron Skin. So she's going to cast Iron Skin in herself, and her natural protection is going to go up to 20. And then she's got this skull necklace on top. So her defense, her protection is going to go up way high. And she's got Earth Magic 5, which gives them bigger natural protection. She's going to go up to 20, and then the necklace is going to give her 11 on top of that. Yeah, she's basically going to be really, really hard to hurt. So especially if we give her a couple of shields, and she's got the sword and the trident. Now, is this a two-handed weapon? I don't think so. No, they look like they're one-handed. Look, so she might have to drop the skull and the bowl, so the dripping head and the skull and the bowl, and give us something a little bit more powerful. Yeah, this is going to be great. I can't wait to see her in action. She's going to be absolutely horrendous. There's so many magic items, and they all do different things as well. Yeah, I mean, this is a nice weapon, the Flesh Eater. It causes chest wounds when you hit. Oh, we can make the Sanguine Dowsing Rod. This might be the first thing that we should technically do. I mean, if I was being smart, rather than getting ogres first, I should spend some of these blood slaves in making Sanguine Dowsing Rods, and that would actually be, that would be a good thing to do. Let's get some more. Let's get some more wolves up, though. I think get some more wolves. And if we've got a death mage here, yeah, this guy's a death mage. Just stop reanimating for a time being. I'm going to actually get a Mound King up, and if we get a Mound King controlling the undead as the commander. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this turn. I shall catch you in the next episode. I hope you're enjoying this series. It's been quite tense. I feel like this often happens with me in Dominions, and it happens in multiplayer as well. Like I start hesitating, if I feel like I'm under threat. But this is an interesting situation. I think that providing Kailassa don't attack us too soon, what I might do is I'm just going to raise the defense. I'm going to spend some money that I shouldn't really be spending on more province defense, because I want Kailassa to be kind of like, something that I deal with later on. I think if they attack me now, I could be in big trouble. I could lose the game. Because they could march in and start taking all my stuff, and then I've got 2 wars to fight, and then Agartha might attack. So yeah. Okay, catch you next time, guys. Take care.